Welcome back, everybody, to some more Ultimate Admiral Age of Sail. And we're ready to do a little bit of research here on the British campaign. And what I'm looking at is boarding equipment 1. It'll allow us to deal more damage and take less while boarding an enemy ship. And the key to really being able to ramp up our Navy and save some money in the process is to be able to start capturing more ships. So we're going to do that. This next mission, we're going to be able to take 5 ships into it. So we're going to go ahead and make sure that we've got the best possible options on each of these ships. I'm going to go ahead and add boarding equipment 1 to the HMS Hood. It's 4750. Oh, that's going to overload us, though. Boy, I guess we're going to have to hold off on that for now. We've got a lot of room available on this ship, the Chimera. Let's go ahead and start doing our upgrades first. We're going to upgrade morale. And then I think gunnery. Reload and accuracy, I like that. We've got some room to go on the Chimera. We don't have enough weapons, though. So this might actually be a good spot to go ahead and add that boarding equipment upgrade to. It's going to cost us a good bit of the money we had left. HMS Mills is good to go. It's going to be a new crew, so we can't expect great things out of them right off the bat. And then the Moderate's got 197 crew, and they're maxed out there as well. So I think that's about all we're going to do for now. Let's go ahead and take a look at the mission. We could, again, go higher and get an extra 6,002 reputation if we go for the more difficult task. Which, oh no, that's minus. No, we don't want that. No peril, no glory. There we go. Nah, let's just go follow orders on this one. So here's how it looks. We're going to have 66 guns and 439 men up here, 114 and 58 here. We have no reports about additional enemy forces, but so be sure to capture that ship, not sink it. Supposedly, we're only going up against one ship. I never trust what they say is going to happen, though. By capturing the state-of-the-art Spanish frigate, the Admiralty will be able to learn its secrets and further the war effort. At the same time, another threat to our supply lines would be eliminated. This is a perfect spot for ships to replenish their supplies and rest their crews. Too perfect. With the element of surprise on our hands and the disorganized crew, this will be an easy catch. Be forewarned, if they're able to mobilize, their short 12-pounder cannons are deadly at close distances. We must prevent the enemy from fleeing, rake the crew off the upper deck with grape shot, and take control of their vessel. Alright, let's do it. Okay, it looks like we're going to get our first shots here in just a minute. And again, I don't trust that we're not going to see some other ship show up at some point. Nice thing is I went with those Armstrong's guns, so they tend to have better penetration at range. So hopefully, if we play our cards right, we can keep him at a decent distance. It's only got 280 men on board. I'm going to go ahead and slow down a little bit. I want to make sure we play our cards right here. Actually, this might be a good chance to try and nail his sails. We're supposed to be falling in behind him. Actually, I'm just going to pull the St. John out of here for now. Get Hood in behind the mills. Oh, he pulled his sails up. You jerk. So I'm pretty much going to just sit here. Right where we're at. I feel like we're in a good spot. To just plug away at this guy. Try to aim right at his main mast there in the center. From this spot right here. I'm pretty content to sit right where we are. Alright, Mills is taking some damage though. I don't think that's going to last long term for them. You need to sit still, dude. Now we got to move the hood a little bit. Alright, I don't know if we can get some decent fire with canister from here or not. We're going to give it a try. He does appear to be in canister range. Yeah, looks like we can. Okay, so let's fire away at his crew for a little bit here. Looks like we might just be able to get him to surrender this way without ever having to try to board. Mills is taking most of the damage. Yes. Never saw a ship that just sat there like that before. That's unusual to see that happen. Yeah, I really don't want to go up and try to board him if we can have this much of an effect on his crew from this distance. We're just going to sit here and do this. Mills is our tank who's taking the damage right now. Keep knocking that crew down. Alright, I don't want to get anywhere near that. So, wow. That was way too easy. Because he just parked right on the side there and let me do that. So, we'll keep going a little further here because that was a pretty short mission. Alright, so coming back now, you can see the San Giovanni is the ship we captured. Let's go ahead and get Mills repaired. I don't think we need to do anything else before we do these side missions and then advance to the next stage. So we can take one ship for serious deal. I'm just looking to see which one has the best chance of success. It looks like it's going to be Chimera. 77% chance. We'll send them to that. Smugglers activity. We'll send the Hood and the Mills for an 81% chance. And then we'll advance to the next stage. And we'll see where we're at. Alright, the Admiral has responded by making a bold move to capture the fortified town on San Andres Island while their fleet is occupied elsewhere. Credible reports suggest Spain is now using the island as a gold repository, where she collects the tribute from her colonies for shipment back to Madrid. I have asked for and been granted command of this expedition. We expect strong resistance on sea and land. Will you be in charge of the whole operation? Oh yeah, I will do all of it. Yes. All right, so that sets us up for the next set of missions, I guess. So let's see what happened on some of the previous ones. Serious deal. We took medium damage on the Chimera, but dealt heavy damage to the enemy. Smuggler's activity. Light damage to Hood and Mills, but we sank 2 enemy ships, so that's good. So we have a big mission here. Snatch is one that we're going to do later on. Recognition. Captain, good news. Admiral Gayton recognizes you as an officer capable of keeping track of a significant number of ships. He has placed Diana-class frigates in reserve if so needed. He stated that Horatio Nelson is an officer only found once in 1,000 years, and the wet lords will begin asking too much of him and start reassigning him to more land engagements. The Admiral decided to give you some help and pulled some considerable strings for those Dianas. P.S. See the old grumbler next time you get a chance, and he asked about you. Commodore Stewart. Excellent news. So we've got a couple of new missions available to us. Let's go ahead and take a look at our fleet. We do need to get repairs done to the ships that were on those previous missions we just did. I don't think the Dianas are available to us in the harbor. Rather, they're ones we can probably purchase. So let's take a look at what's available. First, we've got a career point to spend. And then let's take a look here. Hermione-class frigates, there's the Dianas right here. So, decent ships. They've got 280 men is what they can put on board. 38 guns. But a bigger crew than the Hermiones. So the good news is we've got those ships available to us if we need them. We still only have 34,000 in gold, though. I want to take a look real quick at what the next missions are. Filthy Smugglers. It looks like it's a question mark, so we don't necessarily have a lot of answers about it. Sail one of the ships to land her troops where they can join forces with the smugglers arising from the north. So these are both land missions, I believe. They are. So the ships I have for sea aren't going to do a tremendous amount of good in these next couple of missions. Okay, well, before we get into this fight, let's go ahead and do an upgrade. We're going to add Marines. It's going to cost us three reputation points and almost 8,000 gold, but I think we can handle that. So now we've unlocked access to Marines. Let's go ahead and go back to our fleet, and I think we're going to go ahead and try to add some Marines now. I don't know how much they're going to cost. See what kind of officers we have available to us. This guy looks decent. I don't see myself yet. I'm sure I'll show up at some point. Let's see. No good weapons, though. Looks like we're going to be stuck with sea service muskets. We're not going to have any kind of bayonets for those. So we're going to need to try and avoid getting into a melee combat situation. I think we're going to have to go with 175 in each of these units of Marines. We can only take 2 ships worth of men into this fight. Going to cost 6,000 for that anyway. We don't need trade musket 22s. We'll go with these land pattern muskets. I guess we can go up a little higher. Maybe up as high as 200 for this unit. Yep. Okay, so that leaves us almost no money, but we are going to be able to... Oh, we don't have an officer. Okay. Man, this unit is just really, really poor in terms of what they're going to be able to do. Oh, there, it's a little better. Okay, that's what we're going to take into this mission. Let's dive in. Here we go. We get to take 2. We're going to load up the Start and the San Pedro. Actually, I think we'll go with the San Pedro up front. I guess we can't. Okay. We're basically assisting in this mission. You are in command of a flotilla comprised of 2 of His Majesty's ships on a mission to raid a smuggler's lair. The first is already approaching the operations area, while the second one is following from a distance. Way over here. The lair is located at this position, is protected by a strong force of smugglers and supported by an unknown number of Spanish troops. A head-on attack would be costly and uncertain. A Marine regiment has been sent to gather volunteers from our settlers and gather any available artillery. They are expected to join us soon. Land the troops aboard the first ship, join with the settlers, and launch a decoy attack on this outpost. We hope the smugglers will send most, if not all, of their forces to protect the posts. While they do that, we sneak around and try to take the objective. Seems simple enough. And hopefully it will be as simple as the last mission was. Okay, we're getting in here with the start. You can see the rest of the troops. So we're going to pull right up as close as we can. And we'll go ahead and drop an anchor. I don't want these guys to have to march any further than necessary. Obviously, these are not the ideal type of troops you want to go into combat with. At least not these guys over here. Okay. I wonder if we can merge some of these. Yep. Put them into a couple of bigger units, make them a little easier to manage. I guess I can't with those. Those are Marines and non-Marines. So, okay, let's do this. Bring in our troops from this side. Oh. It's going to be interesting playing this now. After playing so much Grand Tactician, I've got to get used to doing things this way again. Certainly a little different. Alright, now remember, these guys do not have... Actually, these are my regular infantry units. They probably do have bayonets. It's my Marines who don't. Alright, we'll wait for everybody else to get into position. And remember, this is a decoy force, so we're expecting that once we take the objective or threaten it, that we're going to be seeing a lot of reinforcements coming this way. So honestly, if it's at all possible, I'd rather stay on this side of the river and make him attack me across. Let me get these guns up here. I'm going to send Fredericks across right here. See if we can get Collins across. I'd love to stay on the defensive and let him attack me. I'm just not sure that's going to happen. So we're going to bring these units up around the flanks. Where possible. Last wagon is coming. Must be their stuff. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and cross with some more. I'm going to keep these guys back with the guns for now. I am on the hardest difficulty for land missions, so I expect these to be a challenge. I've got to play smart. Go ahead and bring the guns across. Collins has bayonets, so I ought to probably use them. Charge into these guys, wipe them out. He's got bayonets too. And these guys are behind cover, so we should take them out. Oh, they're breaking. Okay. Alright, this will grab the supplies for me. Let's go ahead and bring the guns right up to there, I guess. Secured the outpost. Now let's see what happens. There's artillery back there. Gonna march through the swamp. That's lovely. But yeah, there's artillery back there and we have to deal with it. Let's bring our guns up to that far side. There's supplies there too. There's his artillery. What are these guys armed with? Bayonets, okay. Charge the guns. Could use them. I guess I probably charged a little early. And they're going to take it to the face. That was 14 men they lost there. And they're exhausted because I sent them way too early on charging. Oh, no, 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 Piggott. Don't fire into those guys. Don't need friendly fire. These guys can't occupy those guns. Okay, we've got the guns now. Now let's kind of reform. So right now we're trying to pursue this supply wagon as he tries to get away. But he's getting away pretty fast. Alright, now we've moved on to the next phase. Order your second ship to sail to this position, land her troops, and attack the smugglers' base. Alright, let's do that. These are my Marines, getting to see action for the first time. Let's try to keep from getting too close to shore there. Alright, so now we're seeing some additional troops. Forget the supplies, let's go after the men. to give a clear path to these guns if I can. Hit him, Collins. Oh, artillery's brutal. Let's take them out. Alright, we shattered those guys, so now we can bring these guys down into the swamp. Oh, Piggott just got routed. Come on, open up on these guns. There we go. Man, my artillery's having no luck against his. My infantry's the ones taking out the artillery. So we'll go ahead and switch our targets and go after his Marines. What kind of guns are? Oh, they're 6-pounders. Got to keep an eye out for my other units to land. Oh, here come the supplies. 2 units of supplies, actually. We're going to ignore them for the time being until we deal with all of this mess down here. Oh, Talbot. Charge in, Collins. Do it. There goes Talbot. Oh, watch the friendly fire, boys. Gotta love when units have bayonets and they're decent at melee. Oh good, Talbot recovered. Alright, when these guys recover, they're at 5% condition, so we can't go charging in again. We're still not quite ready for the landing. Guns are really ineffective. Turn around, Talbot, turn around. Alright, these poor artillery pieces, they're ineffective anyway, but we're trying to move them through the swamp, and that's not real good. Let's go ahead and try to get on the other side of the swamp now, and we're getting closer to being able to land. Our Marines on the other side. Alright, let's go ahead and get some help up here. We're getting low on ammo. Those supplies are going to become important for us to grab. They're obviously going to be somewhere on the other side of all of this. Probably over in here somewhere. Let's take Ramos out. Try to hunt down those supplies before we attack the village. We've We've got bayonets here. Let's use them. Okay. Alright, so two things are happening here at once. We have spotted the supplies, and they're trying to make their way down the coast. We got to try and get in front of them if we can. So let's try to cut them off. Try to give them no avenue for escape. So I'm going to get on every side of them. And then we're about ready to land our Marines. Let me go ahead and get them landed now so I don't have to think about them later. We're just going to park them on the beach until we deal with the supplies, though. Alright, there we go. Yeah, come on, Collins. You got to run, dude. Got to get in front of these supplies. In the meantime, we can move our guns up. Get them up on top of this hill. Come on, get in front of them. Alright, I think we've got them now. They've got nowhere to go. Oh, no. Wow. Wasn't expecting those guys to fight like that. Holy cow. Talbot just got lit up. Same thing's going to happen to Piggott. We've got to get help in there. Here I was expecting this would go easily, not that I would lose a bunch of men. Oh my goodness. The beach isn't wide enough to be able to get my men in there in any easy way. Wow, didn't expect that at all. And their condition's terrible because they've been running to get ahead of him. There we go. Now we're talking. Okay, we grabbed the supplies. Alright, we've got to go ahead and get these Marines moving in toward the smugglers' base. Good night. That did not go well at all. Let's get Talbot down here to help grab some of these if possible. Bring me supplies. Of course, now I have no men to supply with those supplies. Because I lost them all trying to take the supplies. Oh my goodness. We'll get our artillery up here. We'll bring the Marines in from the other side, and let's hope he doesn't have a lot of defense left. Alright, our guns are overlooking the base. Let's go ahead and start coming down. It may be there's nobody left. Maybe we've taken them all out already. We'll see if there's any kind of counterattack afterwards. And there's supplies there. Man, that was brutal. Secured the lair. There appears to be no one to counter us. Did I speak too soon? Soon your sailors will begin transferring the captured supplies from the smuggler's lair to the embarkation point. Protect the supplies, the wagons, and the embarkation zone. Note, you can always release wagons' crew to use them as infantry when needed. Alright. First wagon is on the way. Let's bring everybody down. Oh, hello. All right, let's slow things down here. Send everybody down. I think we can deal with who's left. Watley can cover the rear. Come on, Marines, do your thing. I don't know if I need to load them up on the boats or if we just need to get them there. There we go. We'll just kind of put some units on either side to protect against anybody that moves in, like these guys here. So yeah, I don't know if I just have to get these things to the boats or how that works. Or if we just need to let the timer run out. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So, other than that little hiccup with the supplies, I feel like that went pretty well. Got a couple promotions. We did lose Captain Piggott. Oh, that was brutal. He was one of our higher ranking land officers too. We grabbed some nice supplies though. That's going to help financially quite a bit. Okay, so the good news is there we got our Marines to level up because we're going to need them again for the next mission. We did lose one of our infantry units, the Fusiliers, but it happens sometimes. So I'm going to drop it off right there, and let me know your thoughts about all that. Use the comment section below. Drop a like if you would, and we will see you again sometime next week with the next episode. Thanks for watching.